Welcome, everybody. A couple of quick announcements. One, we're going to have no group next week. That is April 24th. No Kundalini group, no meditation, no satsang, because many of us, or some of us, will be in a retreat in San Diego. So just keep that in mind. And this is 2024 for those listening in the future. And then also, we have a retreat, an online retreat for those of you who can't come to San Diego, or those of you who like doing retreats, May 31st through June 2nd. And the details are up on my website now. So please sign up for that. We'd love to have you join us. Okay, that's everything. We did it. Like many of us, when we're on this path of Kundalini, we're always struggling with intensity and pain and overwhelming energies. And sometimes when our ego is screaming, when our human self is screaming, we miss this just very basic truth that God is waking up in you. We miss this. So we miss like the glory and the celebration of being like, oh, wow, God, the creator of the universe, the creator of all of life, has chosen to wake up within me as this spark of divinity, this radiance, this flow of light and love and consciousness. And instead of focusing on that, most of us, we just focus on, oh my God, it's so hard. It's bringing up darkness. It's painful. It's confusing. I feel like I'm going crazy. I feel like I'm going to lose my mind. The trauma, the trauma, the trauma. And it's so important for us as spiritual beings to really focus on that which is good, that which is a blessing, to really focus on this. Because let's just be blunt here, just like purely from this avenue of having perspective. We can look out at the world and say, World War III is happening, the world is ending, it's all over, we're all going to die, we're all dying from COVID or something silly. Like, we can just go into darkness so quickly. You don't have to look very far to complain about your life. Or we can walk outside and see the big blue sky. We can hear birds chirping. We can see that it's springtime and plants are blooming, that new life is happening. We can see the truth and the beauty of divinity. And this day, I'm inviting us to really focus on this basic truth that God has chosen to wake up in you. That something incredible is happening in you. That we have the potential to be awake, to be enlightened, to be free. And yes, we can also acknowledge, okay, this path isn't so easy. It's not like just a magic pill, but at least we're on the path. And at least something great, not at least, like it's incredible that something great has occurred within us. And I know many of you are in the trenches and find this teaching incredibly difficult. But we have to change our focus. We have to change it out of gloom and doom and despair and, oh my God, trauma, trauma, trauma. There's trauma to, oh my God, God is here. Oh my God, God. Oh my God, God. And in the yogic traditions, just one of the ways they focus on this is they're playing with a mantra, just having a constant mantra floating in one's consciousness. A constant mantra. And, a mantra can be a wonderful thing, but what I encourage is for us to actually connect deeply with this felt feeling, this felt experience of aliveness. And so please shut down your eyes and let us acknowledge this light. And so we'll start with the crown. So as we close our eyes and we just feel inward, and we give ourselves permission to unhook from whatever the thoughts are, whatever our complaints are, whatever the struggle is. And join me in just experiencing your crown chakra, noticing. First, of course, is the crown open. And if it's not open, let us take a deep breath and open here, and having a subtle sense of awareness in the crown. And most of you will begin to notice, oh, like there's a fiery light that's here. And just giving yourself permission to be this light, to experience this light, to love this light, and to acknowledge I am. I am this light. I am this light. And so inviting awareness to expand into the third eye area, the space of the mind. And again, breathing and feeling and opening without thought. So many of us, we trip in this sphere through identification with the mind, the thinking mind. I invite you not to trip, not to think, but to be the spaciousness that is the mind. And of course, we're Kundalini people. So anytime we feel into spaciousness, we also notice that space is made of light. And light is made of space. Space is made of light. And light is made of space. And so yes, with each and every breath, we are breathing, we are feeling, being this space, being this light, being simple, allowing ourselves to unhook from the complexity of the mind. The complexity of the mind, just letting that go. A beautiful opening, expanding and opening the throat chakra. And just noticing, like, am I gripping, closing, and clenching in the throat? And can I invite the throat to be an open gate? Feeling this radiance, this light, a spacious luminosity in the throat, the jaw, the back of the skull, the shoulders, just inviting it to be open. You might even imagine like there's a back door on the back of the neck, just opening that back door, opening to spaciousness behind us, opening the door on the right side of the neck, the right shoulder, that whole area. To the back, the throat is open, the right side is open. Open the front side. Again, just envisioning a door and just opening that door. And you might notice the throat chakra really lighting up. The back, and the right side, and the front. Of course, now opening the left side door, left shoulder. And really feeling this spacious luminosity. And there may be thoughts, there may be feelings, there may be emotions, but giving yourself permission just not to pay attention, not to focus on them so much right now, but focusing on the direct experience of you being a light being, a light being. And of course, coming down into the chest and opening the heart chakra, surrendering anything in the chest, any negative emotions, any old pain, anyone we need to forgive, anything we need to let go of. Inviting the heart to be open. And again, it can be helpful, like we did with the throat, to open up behind the heart. Many of us carry the past behind the heart. Opening the door behind the heart. Inviting this light to shine out of the back body. The ribs along the back, just opening and relaxing. Radiating with light, space, with peace. Opening on the right side of the heart. And inviting a tenderness and a compassion to come online to help with the opening of the heart chakra. Sometimes we just stuff pain in the heart. So we're unloading and opening, inviting this very brilliant light, fiery light to come forth. The back of the heart, the right side. Now the front side, again, inviting compassion and sweetness. Maybe even a sense of flowery bliss. Opening, opening, opening. The heart chakra, opening on the left side. Inviting the left side of the heart to be open. Remembering happiness. Remembering joy. Inviting new life. A sense of love. Radiance. Like a joyous bliss. Flowing behind the heart, the right side, the front, the left side. Let's open up a little bit above the heart. But this light can flow down from above. Opening up below the heart. The whole chest being open and vibrant and free. And again, acknowledging I am a light being. I am a divine being. So softening and opening opening down to the solar plexus and really relaxing those lower ribs and all those intercostal muscles and abdomen below the ribs. And just noticing if there's any personal sense of fight or doership or resisting or egoic will, and just softening all of that. Even acknowledging it's too hard to fight with life, to fight against life. Can we open and just be supported, infused by this grace? Inviting this grace to flow down through the crown, the third eye, the throat, the heart, to the solar plexus, the middle of the back, just opening up. And really claiming your divinity, claiming this truth that you are a divine being. You, uniquely you individually, are a being of light. You are a Buddha, a goddess, a yogi, a yogini. Softening and opening more fully, inviting this light to awaken in the hara, the lower abdomen, feeling a sense of strength, a sense of rootedness. Even invite you to root down into the earth, root down into your power. Some of you are struggling up there in your mind. The mind is not your home. Earth is your home. Being an empowered light being is your home. It's your truth. Come down into the earth. Harvest your power, your strength. Waking up in the earth and realizing you are the earth. You are the earth and you are the light. The strength and light. And just noticing how the Kundalini Shakti begins to become much deeper, more powerful, much more grounded. So we begin to wake up in the earth. In the earth. Feeling your legs, your feet rooting into the earth. Like a taproot growing down from the hara, down through the root chakra, through the perineum, through the legs and the feet, channeling down into the earth. And then spreading out horizontally, just feeling this quiet immensity, this foundational sense of power. You are light that is solid and powerful and spacious at the same time. This very much a lived paradox. As we breathe, as we feel, as we open. Inviting a lived paradox. Lived paradox. Feeling, acknowledging that you are the earth, the depth, the strength, the solidity of the earth. And simultaneously, you are the light. Simultaneously, you are the space. Simultaneously, you are the love. You are the bliss. Claiming, validating, being truthful about what you are. And so from this space, just welcoming this flow of Kundalini flowing up from the earth, through the root, through the hara, through the solar plexus, through the heart, through the throat, through the third eye, out the crown, and raining down all around. And so as you're breathing in, just envisioning, welcoming, drawing this Kundalini Shakti up right through the center, going through all 7 chakra centers, pouring out the top and then raining down again. Each breath, we're breathing, feeling, smiling, remembering, oh yes, I am a divine being. I am a divine being. Some of us, we just identify with being, I'm a traumatized human being. I'm a thinking mind that's lost in crazy, insane thoughts. Let us surrender all that and claim your divinity. Be the yogi that you are, the Buddha, the goddess. I am the light. I am the love. I am the space. I am the peace. I am the joy. I am the strength. And so we breathe, we feel, we soften, we smile at our divinity. We smile at our divinity. And so breathing, feeling, softening, opening, and setting the intention to know yourself always as first divine. First divine. Your humanity is secondary. The divinity is primary. And so you can gently open your eyes if you feel like it. And we'll just acknowledge, like, this path, we incarnate here on planet Earth, and we get poked and prodded and kind of beat into egoic identification. And then we think our humanity is primary and our divinity is secondary. And every great sage who's ever walked the earth has taught your divinity is primary. Your humanity is secondary. If we align with the secondary, if we identify fully with the secondary, if we give our full focus to the secondary, we'll suffer greatly. But if we first align with our divinity, it empowers us and brings forth great fruits of compassion, of tenderness, of sweetness. Our capacity grows. And with this greater capacity of compassion, we can meet our humanity with love. And we can meet the other humans around us with love and with patience and with sweetness. But if we identify with our mind first, a mind that is split and divided, and sometimes, like borderline schizophrenic or lost in aspects of paranoia or mental illness or just insanity, and no one take that personally. The human mind is a splintered thing. It's a splintered thing. Someone in the Sangha told me they went and saw this new movie, Civil War, and it's like, my God, like that's a manifestation of a splintered mind. It's a country. It's supposed to be living in a brotherhood, a sisterhood, a family, a country fighting with itself. It's splintered. But when you come into your divinity, there's no splinter there. You come into your divinity and you see unity, you see compassion, you see strength and love. And you see these aren't separate. They support each other. They're aspects of one thing. There's different sides of one thing without a splinter. They're united in peace, in love, in light, in truth. And so let us be unsplintered. Let us be undivided through first validating, acknowledging, being rooted, being identified with, I am the light. I am the light. And so often, like when I was young and going through my Kundalini Awakening, things were quite wild and things were intense and my humanity was screaming. But at the core of it all, I knew this one basic truth. I am the light. I am the light. And the light is burning up division. But most people on this path, they identify as division. And when you identify as something separate, outside of, divorced from your power, you will feel like a victim. This is a very basic math, a basic truth. If you identify with the mind, the thinking mind, which is outside of the grace of God, outside of, nothing could be outside the grace of God, but outside of, it's like you're choosing to step away. That's part of free will, is we can choose to step away and be like, no, I'm not going to sit at the table of love. I'm not going to sit at the table here. I'm going to sit out here and tell everyone, I'm suffering. And the invitation is to come to the table, drink from the cup, and wake up to the truth that you are the light. And then from the light, we can work with the parts of ourselves that say no, that are struggling, that are suffering. And we can meet those aspects of our being with great compassion and inclusivity. Whereas the mind is always separating itself from reality, saying, I am over here. But the truth, of course, is oneness, is unity, that there is nothing outside. But where we place our focus, we can make ourselves outside, even though that's not the truth. And when we step out of the truth, we'll suffer. And so the great invitation today is to stay in the truth. Stay in the truth. Okay.